Thank you for watching our channel and our course. We are providing services for proofreading, article formatting, and citation management. And there are much more about the services. For more information, you may contact us on the provided contact details. Thank you. Hello, welcome to the seventh lecture of academic writing, and today we are going to discuss the editing steps. Here is the editing stages, and this line, I love this line basically. This is the step where writing meets the elegance. Here you can improve your writing and make the article very beautiful to the readers. You should spend enough time editing and polishing your draft so that your audience may have interest in your article. The main task is to communicating information and knowledge in an interesting and engaging way. So it is very important to polish your article very carefully. Scientific style in academic writing is basically more formal because it is discipline specific vocabulary used in that article. It is impersonal and it refers to the other's work also. Here are the key features of scientific language. It is accurate, specific, concise, and clear. Most importantly, it is cautious. Features of scientific language. First of all, accurate. Words used usually convey very particular meaning that may differ from everyday life. For example, speed and velocity are two different concepts in scientific language, so as mass and weight. The next thing is language should be specific. Always adopt a specific quantitative language. For example, the simulation ran quickly. It is very general. You can describe this in more elegant way. The simulation required only 2 hours on a single computer processor. So you can see that it is more quantitative and provide more information and very specific. The next thing is concise. You should describe the thing briefly and to the point. Avoid overly long and complex sentences, ambiguous words, and unnecessary repetition of the same information. As a rule of thumb, try to use one idea per sentence and one theme per paragraph. This is very important. The next feature is clear. The language should strive for both clarity and brevity. So avoid run-on sentences that lead to reader fatigue. For example, we ran a model simulation of the setup for investigation of dependency of detectors efficiency on the energy of gamma rays. We can better describe this as we ran a setup simulation to investigate how the detector's efficiency depend on gamma rays. You can see that it is providing the same information but in much clearer way and in much shorter length. Avoid strong statements such as you can see that seldom, rarely, unlikely, improbable. This is low certainty. You are not making a very strong statement. For example, if you are giving some medium level of certainty, you can use these words like probably, perhaps. However, if you are using high certainty like certainly, definitely, totally, always, never, must mean you are very sure about it. And scientific language forbid these type of statements. So you should be in medium level of certainty so that in future if some other research came and overthrow your claim, so you can say that it was medium level of certainty. The next is objective. Use an evidence-based reasoning. We show through a thorough analysis that our model result in consistent with observation, and we see that we believe our model result to be true. You can see that here is no objective. It is your belief, but here you are giving the results with reference to some analysis. So this is the good thing. Now I wish to share some pearl of wisdom. Good writing has the following qualities. It has clarity, simplicity, coherence, and these qualities can be added by using verbs, not nouns. Use the active voice whenever possible. Place subject and verb close together. Use short words instead of long ones. And declutter your text, means short your text, not use a lot of unnecessary information to enhance the pages of your article. Avoid negatives. Here I wish to discuss words in action, and they can be categorized as weak words such as to do, to be, to have, to make, and strong words. I will show the strong words in a while. What is interesting about viruses is that their genetic stock is very meager. You can write this thing as viruses originate from a surprisingly meager genetic stock. You can say that short and clear and verbs in action are used. These are the examples of some strong verbs. These are the very strong words. The next thing is verbs in disguise. Avoid abstract noun and use verbs. As I told you, you mostly use verbs. Noun ending with ion, ment, this type of ending comes from verbs. To replace the abstract noun with its corresponding verbs may improve the style and clarity. For example, make a recommendation, it is better to use recommended. Formulate an argument, it is better to use argue. So it's mean that it is better to use verb rather than use abstract nouns, because you need to use verb and abstract noun, and it will also reduce the clarity of your article or your sentence. The next thing is personal pronouns. The use of personal singular pronouns such as I should normally be avoided. I is sometimes needed in PhD thesis as a way to identify the specific contribution. Scientific research paper use of I is almost universally avoided. We do not use like I did this thing. We sometimes allowed as a replacement. The next thing is declutter your text. Some journal place strict limits on words or page numbers. And I have seen many journals, for example, the Croatian Science restricts you to write your abstract in just 100 words. In that scenario, you need to declutter your text and you need to scan the important information from your text and just provide that information in limited amount of words, and you need to describe in engaging manner. Precise of paragraphs is a good practice. Text can be decluttered by eliminating waste words, avoid repetition, and using affirmative statements. The next thing, awkward phrases and waste words. An effective way of polishing the text is to identify and eliminate the empty words or phrases, means there is, there are, it should be stressed, that, as can be seen. These are basically giving no meaning to your sentence. You can write it better. So you may avoid this type of words and can declutter your text. Long-winded saying can often be expressed clearly as single words. Keep your style trim and fit. For example, an adequate amount of can be replaced with enough at the present time can be replaced by now, by mean of it can only be used by. So with the use of these words you can declutter your text and you can remove many unnecessary words, and you can present your article in much interesting and clear way. The next thing is transition words. Avoid overusing transition words. Sparingly use such as obviously, undoubtedly, clearly, unique. They can emphasize, convey confidence, and instill a sense of trust, a crucial factor in persuading referees in grant proposal application. The next thing is redundant information. Try to cutting down redundancy, needless words or repetition. It will help to shorten your sentence and also make your text reader friendly. Lastly, the negative statements. Three possible ways of negative expression, which is adding not to the main verb, using negative noun, adjectives or adverbs, never, nothing, none, no one, such
this type of noun, adjectives, or adverbs. Adding a negative prefix, un, none, like that, to the affirmative words. Use of two negatives can generate confusion and ambiguity. So avoid using two negatives together, such as you are using not and un, like this. Negative statements require a little extra time to process by our minds, our brains. So it will reduce the understanding about your article and make the reader unclear. If possible, avoid use of negatives. I want to give some examples. Although these results are not in good agreement with simulated values, the discrepancy was regarded as not significant as mostly due to the many approximation made regarding the position of the alpha source. You can better write this as because of many approximation made about the alpha source position, we regard the result to be in fair agreement with the simulation. And you can see that the above sentence in first may give the impression that the simulations are not in agreement with the simulation results. So it will make the reader unclear. I hope you understand the context of this lecture, rate this course and give your valuable feedback.